Hello and welcome to another podcast at Shahadat Connect podcast. I am Shahadat, your host to the realm of the digital world. So, today I am talking about exploring Google search documentation to improve your site's SEO. You can make sure the right people are viewing your content by making your content search friendly. Search engine optimization or SEO is the process of increasing the visibility of website pages on search engine in order to attract more relevant traffic. What you can do to make sure that your site works well with Google search. So let's talk about what is SEO. Search engine optimization is the process of making your site better for search engine. It's also the job title of a person who does this for a living. We just hired a new SEO to improve our presence in the web. If you have a website on automated web hosting platform like Blogger, Wix, or Squarespace, or run a small business and don't have much time to put into your website, it's worth learning the basics of managing your presence in search engines. A little knowledge can go a long way towards helping people. Now let's talk about Google Search Essentials. The Google Search Essentials makes up the core part of what makes your web-based content, web page, images, videos, or other publicly available material that Google find on the web eligible to appear and perform well on Google search. Technical requirements. What Google needs from a web page is to show it in Google search. Spam policies. The behavior and tactic that can lead to lower ranking or be being completely omitted from Google search results. Key best practices. The main thing that can help improve how your site appears in Google search results. It doesn't cost any money to appear in Google search results, no matter what anyone tries to tell you. It's important to note that just because a page meets all the three requirements and best practices doesn't mean that Google will crawl, index, or service content. Let's technical requirements. The technical requirements cover the bare minimum that Google search needs from a web page in order to show it in search result. There are actually a very few technical things you need to do to a web page. Most sites pass the technical requirements without even realizing it. Spam policies. The spam policy details the behavior and tactics that can lead to a page or an entire site being ranked lower or completely omitted from Google search. Sites that focus on providing the best content and experience for people and uphold the spirit of our principles are more likely to do well in Google search results. Key best practices. While there are many things you can do to improve your site's SEO, there are a few core practices that can have the most impact on your web content's ranking and appearance on Google search. Create helpful, reliable, people first content. Use words that people would use to look for your content and place those words in prominent location on the page such as the title and the main heading of a page. Other descriptive locations such as alt text and link text. Make your link crawlable so that Google can find other pages on your site via the link on your page. Tell people about your site. Be active in the communities where you can tell like-minded people about your service and products that you mention on your site. If you have other contents such as images, videos, structured data, and JavaScript, make sure you're following those specific best practices so that we can understand those parts of your page too. Enhance how your site appears on Google search by enabling features that make sure sense for your site. If you have content that shouldn't be found in the search results or you want to opt out entirely, use appointed methods of controlling your content appear in Google search. Now let's talk about Google search technical requirements. It costs nothing to get your page in search results, no matter what anyone tries to tell you. As long as your page meets the minimum technical requirements, it's eligible to be indexed by Google search. 1. Google's bot isn't blocked. 2. The page works, meaning that Google received an HTTP 200 success status code. The page has indexable content. Just because a page meets this requirement doesn't mean that a page will be indexed. Indexing isn't guaranteed. Googlebot isn't blocked. It can find and access your page. Google only indexes pages on the web that are accessible to the public and which don't block out crawler Googlebot from crawling them. If a page is made private, such as requiring a login to view it, Googlebot will not crawl it. Simply, if one of the several mechanisms are used to block Google from indexing, the page will not be indexed. Check if Googlebot can find and access your page. Pages that are blocked by robot.txt are unlikely to show in Google search results. To see a list of pages that are inaccessible to Google but you would like to see in search results, use both the page indexing report and crawl stats report in Search Console. Each report may contain different information about your URLs, so it's a good idea to look at both reports. To test a specific page, use the URL inspection tool on your Google Search Console. If you haven't set it up. It's really a helpful tool. The page works is not an error page. Google only indexes pages that are serving with an HTTP 200 success status code. Client and server error pages aren't indexed. You can check the HTTP status code for a given page with the URL inspection tool. The page has indexable content. Once Googlebot can find and access a working page, Google checks the page for indexable content. Indexable content means the texture content is in a file type that Google search supports. The content doesn't violate our spam policies. When blocking Googlebot with a robot.txt file will prevent crawling, a page URL might still appear in search results. To instruct Google not to index a page, use no index and allow Google to crawl the URL. Now let's talk about spam policies for Google web search. Our or Google spam policies help protect users and improve the quality of search results. To be eligible to appear in Google web search results, web pages, images, videos, news content, or other material that Google find from across the web. Content shouldn't violate Google's search overall policies or the spam policies listed on this page. These policies apply to all web search results, including those from Google's own properties. We detect policy violating content and behaviors both through automated system and as needed human review that can result in a manual actions. Sites that violate our policy may rank lower in result or not appear in result at all. If you believe that a site is violating Google spam policies, let us know by filing a search query user report. We've focused on developing a scalable and automated solution to problems, and we'll use these reports to further improve our spam detection system. But it is written by Google. Our policies or Google's policy cover common form of spam, but Google may act against any type of spam we detect. Cloaking. First, spam. Cloaking refers to the practice of presenting different content to users and search engines with the intent to manipulate search ranking and mislead users. Examples of cloaking include showing a page about travel destination to search engines while showing a page about discount drugs to users, inserting text on keywords into a page with o- only when the user agent that is requesting the page is a search engine, not a human visitor. If your site uses technologies that search engines have difficulty accessing, like JavaScript or images, see our recommendation for making the content accessible to search engine and users without cloaking. If a site is hacked, it's not uncommon for the hacker to use cloaking to make the hack harder for the site owner to detect. Read more about fixing hacked site and avoid being hacked. If you operate a paywall or a content gating mechanism, we don't consider this to be cloaking if Google can see the full content of what's behind the paywall, just like any person who has access to the gated material, and if you follow our flexible spamming general guidelines. Doorways. Doorways are side or pages created to rank for specific similar search queries. They lead users to intermediate pages that are not as useful as the final destination. Example of doorways include having multiple websites with say slight variation to the URL and homepage to maximize their reach for any specific query. Having multiple domain names or pages targeted at a specific region or cited that cities that funnel users to one page. Pages generated to funnel visitors into the actual usable or relevant portion of your site. Substantially similar pages that are close to such result then a clearly defined browsing heresy. Hacked content. Okay, this is quite big, but let's okay. Hack content. Hack content is any content places on a site without permission due to vulnerabilities in a site security. Hack content gives poor search results. Okay, less poor search results to our users and can potentially install malicious content on their machines. Example of hacking include Code injection. When hackers gain access to your website, they might try to inject malicious code into existing pages on your site. This often takes the form of malicious JavaScript injected directly into the site or into iframes. Page injection. Sometimes, due to security flaws, hackers are able to add new pages to your site that contain spammy or malicious content. These pages are often meant to manipulate search engines or to attempt phishing. Your existing pages might not show signs of hacking, but these newly created pages could harm your site's visitor or your site performance in search results. Content injection. Hackers might also try to subtly manipulate existing pages on your site. Their goal is to add content to your site that search engines can see, but which may be harder for you and your users to spot. This can involve adding hidden links or hidden text to a page by using CSS or HTML, or it can involve more complex changes like cloaking. Redirects. Hackers might inject malicious code to your website that redirects some users to harmful or spammy pages. This kind of redirects sometimes depend on the referrer, user agent, or device. For example, clicking a URL in Google search results could redirect you to a suspicious page, but there is no redirect when you visit the same URL directly from a browser. Here are our tips on fixing hacked sites and avoiding being hacked. Hidden text and links. Hidden text or links is the act of placing content on a page in a way solely to manipulate search engines and not to be easily viewable by human visitors. Examples of hidden text or links that violate our policies. Using white text on a white background, hiding text behind an image, using CSS to position text off screen, setting the font size to opacity to 0, hiding a link only linked one small character, for example, a hyphen in the middle of the paragraph. There are many web design elements today that utilize showing and hiding content in a dynamic way to improve users' experience. These elements don't violate our policies. According or tapped content that toggle between hiding and showing additional content. Sideshows or sliders that cycle between several images or text paragraph. Tooltip or similar text that displays additional content when users interact with over an element. Text that's only accessible to screen readers and is intended to improve the experience for those using screen readers. Keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing refers to the practice of filling a web page with keywords or numbers in an attempt to manipulate ranking in Google search results. Often these keywords appear in a list or group unnaturally or out of context. Examples of keyword stuffing include list of phone numbers without sustained added value, block of text that list cities and religion that a web page is trying to rank for, repeating the same word or phrases so often that it sounds unnatural. For example, unlimited app store credits. There are so many sites that claim to offer app store credits for $0, but they are all fake and always mess up with users looking for unlimited app store credits. You can get limited credit for App Store right here on website. Visit our Ultimate App Store credit page to get it today for Google's page. So I think I should point that link in the comment. And that's it for today. I will talk about link spam on Google Search Central tomorrow. I am reading this from Google, so if you listen to it, you get what Google is Search Central is telling you to have best practices. Okay, bye.